This conference will now be recorded.
As I mentioned, after installation, we have lots of configuration properties, right? We have lots of configuration properties. What is the meaning of properties? Key value pairs. Key value pairs. After installation, we have lots of configuration properties, which are nothing but key value pairs. And these properties are coming from different places, right? These properties are defined. Let me use the word called define. These properties are defined in different places. What are the places? So you can see this is the SAP Commerce software. This is the SAP Commerce software, and you can go to the software. You can go to the platform bin platform, and you can see there is a project.properties here. So this is one of the place. So in this project.properties, this is one of the place where you can see the configuration properties or properties. Next, second one. You can go to the software. You can go to the config. We have a local.properties here. So here also we have some properties like reCAPTCHA properties, okay, website properties, mail properties, cron job properties, like that. So therefore, in the config location also, sorry. In the config location also, we have properties. So that is nothing but local.properties. So this is one more file where you have the configurations. Then third one is, as I mentioned, every extension. So in the SAP Commerce, code is given inside the extensions. So these are all the modules. Inside the module, you have the extension. These are all called extensions. Now, any extension you open, there is a project.properties. So therefore, every extension will have project.properties. Project.properties. Like this, we have different property files, or we have property files in different places. We have properties files in different places. Now we need to understand this. Okay, so let me open the paint. So as I mentioned, can you please recollect this one quickly? We are discussing the SAP Commerce Cloud. SAP Commerce Cloud is nothing but the SAP Commerce and Cloud. Cloud we will see later. Let's focus on SAP Commerce first. So the question is, what is SAP Commerce? What is the purpose of SAP Commerce? Let's say we have a requirement to develop the shopping site or e-commerce site, something like a Chroma, Reliance Digital, Shopper. We have a requirement to develop shopping site, something like a Chroma, something like a Reliance Digital, something like a Shopper, then we can use SAP Commerce. That means, in a simple word, by using SAP Commerce, we can create this kind of shopping sites. Now the question is, do I need to create this from scratch? Answer is no need. Then what? Right now we are planning to use SAP Commerce. This is the SAP Commerce software. We need to install this. After installation, we get this kind of ready-made site. That's it. Now you fine-tune this to make it as a Chroma, to make it as a Reliance Digital, to make it as a shoppershop.com, and so on, so on. Next, as I mentioned, after installation, we have lots of configuration properties. Properties are nothing but key value pairs. Those properties are defined in different places. What is the first place? You can see, go to Hybris. This is what your software. Go to bin, go to the platform. This is the software here. That's it. And you have a project.properties. This is where you have the properties like a lazy loading properties, license properties, database properties, okay, cache properties. Like that, we have bunch of the properties here. Similarly, you can go to software. You can go to config. In the config, you have a local.properties. So here also you have properties. Like you can see reCAPTCHA properties, website properties, cron job properties, mail properties, like that. Similarly, you can go to any extension. In SAP Commerce, code is written inside the extension. So these are all the different extension. You can go to any extension. There is a project.properties. Like this, these properties are defined in different places. Now we need to understand this. There are 3 questions on this. There are 3 questions on this. We need to understand those questions clearly. So the first one is, so we have some configuration properties inside the platform project.properties. This is one place. Okay, so this is one place. Next, the second one is we have configuration properties inside the config also. We have configuration properties inside the config. We have 3 questions here. We need to understand the 3 questions. So this is the second place. You have the properties. Properties are nothing but key value pairs. Next, every extension also will have properties. Every extension also will have the properties. Like this, we have property files in 3 places. Like this, we have property files in 3 places. Good. Now the question is, as I told you before, this is the SAP Commerce software. After installation, can you please be on mute? Thank you. Okay. After installation, we are getting this kind of ready-made site. Okay. Then while installation or during the installation, SAP Commerce by default provides which database? SAP Commerce by default provides which database? By default provides which database? So the answer is HSQLDB. Answer is HSQLDB. Those HSQLDB settings are available where? In the software, in the bin, in the platform. So there is a project.properties. So here you have the HSQL database settings. You can see these are the HSQL database settings. Now the question is, question number 1. So I said 3 questions are there, right? So let's say here in the platform project.properties, you have HSQLDB. Now, can I define, let's say Oracle DB here? Can I define, let's say HANA DB here? So that means question number 1 is, can we have multiple DB connection defined like this? Is it possible? Question number 1, can we have multiple database connections like this? That means one database connection here, one database connection here, one database connection here. Can we have like this?
Yes,
so question number 1 is, can we have multiple database connection like this? So that means in the platform project.properties, I have a HSQLDB connection. Then in the config local.properties, I have a Oracle DB connection. In the every extension, I have a HANA DB connection. So can we have multiple database connections like this? Is that possible?
yes, Chenna.
So the answer is yes here, no problem. So you can have it. So now the question is, when we have multiple database connection, that means in the platform project.properties, HSQLDB, in the config local.properties, Oracle DB, in the every extension HANA DB, then which one will be active? So the second question is, in this case, which one is active database connection? So in this case, which database is active? So the answer is, please remember this. First, SAP Commerce checks. This is the flow. First, SAP Commerce checks. Okay, first SAP Commerce check. Is there any database connection? Is there any database connection in config/local.properties? If yes, it will take and continue. Okay, if yes, then it will take and continue. So in bracket, ignore the remaining database connections. Ignores the remaining database connections. So with this statement, can you tell me which is the active database connection in this scenario? Which is the active database connection in this scenario?
Oracle
Oracle DB.
Oracle DB, excellent, thank you. Oracle DB. So therefore, first SAP Commerce check, is there any database connection in the config local.properties? Yes. If yes, it will take and continue and ignore the remaining database connections. So that means in this scenario, Oracle DB the active connection. That's what here, this is the first, when I was attending in SAP Commerce, first time interview. When I am attending, because earlier I was working with different technologies. So therefore, when I was attending first time interview, this is the first question asked for me. First time interview, first question. Okay, so we can have multiple DB connections. Okay, next, second. So if no database connection in config local.properties, then second, SAP Commerce checks, is there any database connection? Is there any database connection in any extension? Is there any database connection in any extension? If yes, it will take and continue. If yes, then it will take that connection and continue. So in bracket, ignore the remaining. Ignores the remaining database connections. Ignores the remaining database connections. Okay, so that means let's say I don't have the database connection in the config local.properties. Then if I don't have here, then in this scenario, which is the active database connection? HANA DB. Okay, very good. Next, so assume that next. So this is the second one, right? If yes, okay, if no. So let me use the different color. Okay, if yes, then I told you. If no, then I told you. Okay, next. So next scenario is if no database connection in config in platform project.properties, sorry, in config / local.properties or in extension project.properties, then third scenario. So SAP Commerce checks, is there a database connection? Is there any database connection in platform project.properties? Platform / project.properties. If yes, then it will take and continue. That's it. Next, so the final scenario is assume that there is no database connection specified. There is no database connection specified in platform project.properties. Okay, comma, config local.properties, comma, and every extension project.properties. Then what happens? Then your server will not start. That's it. This is the complete flow about the database connections and database connection settings. This is the complete flow about the database and database connection settings. Okay, good. Now let's come back here. We understand, can we have multiple database connections like this? Yes. So in this case, which database connection is active? So I told the answer is Oracle DB. Based on the flow, we understand Oracle DB. Next, third question is, this is a beautiful question here you need to understand. Third question is, now I can specify the connection here. I can specify the connection here. I can specify the connection here. So the question is, when do I specify the connection here? When do I specify the connection? See, it's not only connection here. So in a simple word, let me use the different terminology. When do I specify the properties here? When do I specify the properties here? When do I specify the properties here? So in a simple way, we have three places, right? I can specify the properties. What is the meaning of property? Key value pair. For example, database connection is a key value pair. database username is a key value pair like that. Just give me a second. Here,
This
please.
conference will now be recorded.
Sorry for that. So let's continue. So third question is, what I'm trying to say, third question is, so these properties, whatever we have, I can create the property in the platform. I can create the property in the config. I can create the property in the extension. So the question, third question is, when can we create the properties in these places? So when can we create properties in platform project.properties, comma, when can we create properties inside platform project.properties, config/local.properties. Okay, so every extension / project.properties. So that means when can we create in the platform, when can we create in the config, when can we create in the extension? This is the question. As I already told you, so can I go on to create the property in the platform? So let's say here I want to create a property Chenna.RRS equal to 1000. Can I do this? Yes, no problem, it will work. But creating property, so please understand this. Can I create the property in the platform project.properties? Let's say Chenna.RRS equal to or Chenna.RRS dot database username equal to, let's say, RRS. So this is the username I mentioned. Can I do like this? Yes, no problem. But what is the challenge by specifying something in the platform project.properties? So platform is given for us. Platform is given for us. When we do upgrade, these properties will be lost. That's why generally we don't do the changes in the platform. So the first point is what? Generally we don't do changes. First point. Generally we don't do the changes in platform project.properties, but that will work here. That will work, no problem. Platform project.properties, because platform is given for us. Platform is given for us. So if we do changes, if we do the changes, or if we create, then it will work, no problem. But when we do the upgrade to next version, then our changes will be lost. Our changes will be lost. So this is the conclusion. So that means this is out of the rule now. So this is generally we don't do the changes here. So that's what I clearly called out here. You need to understand. Generally we don't do the changes here. The reason is what? Platform is given for us. This platform is given for us. If you do the changes, if you create something, then it will work, no problem. But what is the problem? But when we do the upgrade to next version, then our changes will be lost, because this you will replace with the latest version copy. This you will replace with the latest version copy. Now how many options you have? You have two options. One is config, one is extension. So therefore now the question is, when can I put a property in the config? When can I put a property in the extension? Okay, for that the answer is, this is a nice conclusion, please understand this. If your property value, second option, if your property value changes from environment to environment. What does it mean, environment to environment? In real time, what how many environments will be there? There will be a development environment, there is a QA environment, there will be UAT environment, there will be production environment, like that. If your property value changes from environment to environment, then go with the config/local.properties. Okay, next, third conclusion. If your property value does not changes, this is a nice conclusion here, does not changes changes from environment to environment, from environment to environment. Okay, it does not change from environment to environment, then go with the extension project.properties. Extension project.properties. These are the conclusions. Now let's understand with one example. Let's understand with one example. So what did I say? We are all clear what to do with the platform, right? Platform, we don't do the changes generally because we will lose it when we do the upgrade. Now you have two options. One is config local properties, then every extension project.properties. Now I said if your property value changes from environment to environment, then go with the local.properties. If your property value does not change, then go with the extension project.properties. What does that mean? So as I said, in the real time, we have a development environment. So let's say this is the development commerce, this is the UAT commerce, this is the production commerce. So let's say this is the development commerce system. This is the development commerce system. So this is the UAT commerce system, UAT SAP commerce system, and this is the production commerce system. Now, as I said, every commerce system will have its own database connection, right? Every commerce system will have its own database connection. Assume that you are using Oracle connection. So this is connected to Oracle. Next, this is connected to Oracle. This is connected to Oracle. Now I am asking the question, do you think that all this system will connect to same Oracle system, or you will have a development Oracle system, UAT Oracle system like that?
Different systems.
Okay, so development Oracle system, yes, development Oracle. So this is the UAT Oracle, this is the production Oracle system. Like this, you have a different Oracle systems. That means development commerce will connect to the development Oracle system, UAT commerce will connect to the UAT Oracle system, production commerce will connect to the production Oracle system. Now you have a database setting, right? So let's go with the database setting. Oracle database setting, Oracle database connection. So can you see this one? This is the Oracle database connection. So this is the username, password, like that. So let's say this is the Oracle database connection property. Now you need to answer here. This is the Oracle database connection property. You need to answer this. This is the Oracle database connection property. You need to answer this. So here, database URL. Can you see this one, please? You need to observe very clearly. Database URL is the key. And this is the value. This is the key and this is the value. I will put in the different color. So this is the value. Now here host name is nothing but what? Your development Oracle details. Development Oracle details. Okay, development Oracle details. Very good. Next, so let's say I am now coming to the UAT. So let's say this is the UAT. So this is the key. Left side is the key, right side is the value. This is the key, this is the value. Now tell me here value will be host name is what? UAT Oracle details. UAT Oracle details. Similarly, I have the production. So let's say this is the production. So the left side is key, right side is the property. Okay, left side is the key, right side is the property. Sorry. Left side is the key and the right side is the property. Now there the host name. This host name will be what?
Production Oracle.
Production Oracle details. Now tell me, in this scenario, is your property value changing from environment to environment or not?
Yes.
Is your property value changing from environment to environment?
Yes.
Yes or no? So you can see this is different here, this is different here, this is different here. So key is same. You can observe this one. Key is same, but value is different. Key is same, value is different. So if you have this situation, then go with then these things you need to define where? These things you need to define where?
Config local.
Yes, config local.properties. These kind of situations, you can go with the That means this kind of properties, this kind of configuration properties, you need to put in the config local.properties. Config local.properties. Config local.properties. That's it. Next, let's take the next scenario. Next scenario, what did I say? If your property value does not change from environment to environment, go with the extension. What does it mean? Let's take one example. What does it mean? Let's take one example. So let's say I have a property. So see this one, this is the second property. So let's say I have a property called, I'll use the different color. Let me use this, which color? So let me go with the yellow color. So let's say credit card. So you cannot see this much, right? Let me use the green color. Credit card error dot message equal to please enter valid card number. So this is also key value pair. This is also key value pair. Now tell me, is this going to change from environment to environment?
No.
No.
Okay, enter valid card number. Is it going to change from environment to environment?
No.
So do you have something different in the QA? Do you have something different in the UAT? Do you have something different in the production?
No.
No. So if no, then these things you can put in the extensions. These things you can put in the extensions. That's it here. This is the finest conclusion, simplest answer to understand, because when we were working, see, wherever you put it, it will work here, no problem. So whether you are putting in the platform, whether you are putting in the project, whether you are putting in the extension, whether you are putting in the config, it will work, no problem. But it is very important for you to follow the best practices. It is very important for you to follow the best practices, and these are the best practices. These are the best practices. Now, I will ask one more scenario, you need to answer. I'll ask one more scenario, you need to answer. Now I told you, okay, when to put the property in the platform, when to put the property in the config, when to put the property in the extension. Now I have one more question. So let's say this I answered it. Now let's say Naveen is developing one extension, or let's say Chenna is developing one extension. So you need to understand this one, please. Chenna is developing one extension for a taxes purpose. For a taxes, okay, purpose. And as part of his development, he want to use 4 properties. For his development, he want to use 4 properties. That's the scenario. Okay, then he has developed the extension. Chenna developed the taxes extension, and for his development, he has used the 4 properties. Next, Ravi or triple RS. Ravi or let's say triple RS want to use that extension, taxes extension. Extension means code here. Extension means code. So triple RS want to use that extension and use that extension and continue the development. So this is the scenario. Scenario is what Chenna developed one extension called one extension for taxes purpose. For his development, he has used 4 properties. Now triple RS want to use that taxes extension and continue the development. Now the question is, so Chenna is using 4 properties for his development, right? Now Chenna put the 4 properties in platform project.properties or config or extension. So Chenna put the properties in platform project.properties or config local.properties or extension project.properties.
Extension.
The correct answer. Why extension?
All for property should be same to use.
Okay. So what I'm trying to
As in
say is,
from
this is
environment to environment.
yeah, this is the software. Now let's say bin module somewhere else. Assume that this is what Chenna developed. Assume that this is what Chenna developed, and he has created 4 properties. Or for his development, for his results, he need 4 properties. Now he can put here, he can put in the platform, he can put in the config. Now, which is the best option?
Extension is the best practice.
Okay, extension is the best option. The reason is, okay, Chennai is developing the taxes extension for others purpose. So that means others can use it. Chenna developed the taxes extension for others purpose. So that means others can use it. That means others can use it. So if others can use it, now Chenna will share his extension. When he share extension, these properties also should go. Otherwise, his code will not work. Otherwise, his code will not work. That's why in this scenario, better Chenna will put the properties in that extension so that whenever he share his code, whenever he shared his extension, properties also will be shared to them. Then all things will work smoothly. All things will work smoothly. That's it. Next, one more scenario is, I said here there is one statement. Can you observe this one, please? There is one statement. So I use the statement called every extension. Every extension. That means we have so many extensions. So you can see here, we have so many extensions. I can go here, I can go here. So you can see there is an extension here, 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 like that. So every extension will have project.properties. Every extension will have project.properties. Now what happens? So this is the next scenario. So let's say I have a extension 1. Okay, extension 1, which is having the project.properties. Then I have a extension 2, which is having the project.properties. I have a extension 3. Like this, we have so many extensions. Project.properties. Now here I can define the details. Here I can define the details, or here I can define the properties. Here I can define the properties. Now, if I define the properties, let's say here I am defining, okay, in a simple word to understand, here I am defining Chenna equal to, let's say, 1000. So here I am using the same key, but the value is, let's say, 2000. Now here Chenna same key I am using, but the value is 3000. So that means what is same properties we can put in multiple extensions. Same property key. So that means key. Same key we can use in multiple places. If we have multiple places or if we have multiple extensions, then what? So as I told you, every extension depends on one or more other extensions. Extension depends upon one or more other extensions. So let's say extension 2 depends on this. Extension 2 depends on this, and extension 1 depends on this. And assume that in the flow, okay, in the flow, this is coming first. In the flow, this is executed first. This is executed first. If this is executed first, then this key will be considered. Then you have Chenna equal to 3000. Then you will have Chenna equal to 3000. That's it. So to understand this in the bigger picture, we have a final diagram. Let me open that diagram. We have a final diagram on these properties. Let me open that. So I don't want to draw that. I will just use that so that we can go through quickly. So this is the notes for today's explanation. These are all we covered, right? Already. We are discussing, this localization, all these things are covered. Okay, this is what we are discussing right now. That a platform project, that properties, all those things. Okay. Yeah, this is what it is. Now let me take this diagram and explain. Now I told from last couple of times, I told, right? Now you need to tell what are the answers. Now you need to tell what is the answer. Now let's say I have a key and the value defined ABC in the local data properties, value defined DEF in the extension, value defined GHI in the platform, value in the code also you can do it. In the code also you can do it. In the code JKL. So that means in a simple word, I have a key called Chenna. I have a key called Chenna, which is defined as ABC. I have a key called Chenna, which is defined as ABC in the local dot properties, which is defined as DEF in the extension, which is defined as GHI in the platform, which is defined as JKL in the coding. Now, so when I print Chenna or when I use Chenna, what is the value I will get?
ABC.
ABC. So therefore, this is the first priority. This is the first priority. Next, second scenario. So I don't have Chenna defined here, but it is there in the platform extension. It is there in the platform. It is there in the code. Now, if I print Chenna in this scenario, or if I use the Chenna in this scenario, which is the value I will get?
DEF.
Which is the value I will get?
DEF.
EF. So that means this is the second priority. Okay. Next, you can see here, I don't have Chenna defined here. I don't have Chenna defined here, but I have in the platform, I have in the coding. Now, if I print or if I use Chenna, what is the value I will get? So the answer is GHI. So that means this is the third priority. Okay. Next, so I don't have in the coding. Sorry, I don't have in the config. I don't have in the platform. I don't have in the extension. I only have in the coding. Then obviously that is the one which will have the priority. So in this situation, so JKL will be coming for you. That's it. So this is the hierarchy of the configurations execution. This is the hierarchy of the configuration execution. That's it. That's it about the properties here. I covered everything. Now, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So the next topic is Solr. The next topic is Solr. There are lots of advantages with the Solr. For now, we will begin with one advantage and keep understanding everything. What is a Solr? It's a lightweight text-based document. Text document. It's a lightweight text document. It's kind of a database. It's kind of a database, but lightweight text database. Text document database. Let me use this word. It's kind of a database here. What is the Solr? It's kind of a database, but lightweight text document database. So the biggest advantage with this Solr is getting the data from Solr document is faster than getting the data from database. Getting the data from database. So as I said, we have so many advantages with the Solr. For now, we will begin with this advantage and keep understanding the remaining things. Keep understanding the remaining things. Now let me ask a question. Why are we going with this Solr? Because it's a lightweight text document and it is having an advantage called getting the data from Solr is faster than getting the data from database. With this advantage, we can start understanding the Solr Not only this advantage here, it is having lots other advantages. We'll understand one by one. Okay, that's it. Now let me go to back office. As I told you, after installation, we get a database UI tool called Backoffice. So what is the Backoffice? It's a tool. So in a simple word, database UI tool. After installation, we get a database UI tool called Backoffice. Now I will go to Backoffice and I will go to categories. In the e-commerce site, we have so many products, right? You can see in the e-commerce site, we have so many products. Now let me click on the product. So this is the product table. I click on the product table. I'm getting the error. Okay. Let's understand this one, please. What I'm trying to say that you have the database. SAP Commerce by default comes up with which database? SAP Commerce by default comes up with which database?
HSQL.
HSQL. Okay, HSQL database. Then in this database, you have a product table, cart table, order table like that. So in this database, there is a product table. That's why you are able to see the products here. There is a category table. That's why you are able to see these categories. There is a cart table. That's why you are able to add the item to cart. Okay. So therefore, in this database, so there is a cart table which is having a cart 1, cart 2, cart 3. You need to understand, please. Next, you have an order table. That's why you can place orders, order 1, order 2, order 3 like that. Then you have a product table where you have a product 1, product 2, product 3 like that. So this is how you have the database. Like this, you have many tables. Like this, you have many tables. Order table, product table, user table, customer table. Like okay, like this, we have so many tables. This is what our database. Now, as I said, what is the Solr? It's a lightweight text document. Assume that this is the Solr, lightweight text document. Okay, Solr document, lightweight text document, Solr document. You need to understand everything clearly, please. Right now, okay, this is what the situation. So there is a SAP Commerce database where you have a cart table data, order table data, product table data, and you have a Solr document. SAP Commerce also comes up with the default inbuilt Solr document. SAP Commerce default comes up with the inbuilt Solr document. SAP Commerce by default comes with the inbuilt Solr document. I will show you all these things where it is available, all those. Okay, now let's come back here, please. What I'm trying to say that right now this is a Solr document. Right now this is a Solr document, and am I having anything in this? Am I having anything in this?
No.
No, it's not there. Anything, nothing is there. It's a empty. Now let's go to the back office. I click on the categories. Can you observe this one, please? I click on the categories. It is giving the data. I click on the catalogs. It is giving the data. But when I click on the product, it is getting the error. The reason is when you click on the product, that is called basic search. When you click on the product, that is called basic search. Basic search is getting the data from Solr. Right now, am I having anything in the Solr? Right now, am I having anything in the Solr?
No.
No, that's why we are getting the error. So this is called basic search. This is called basic search. Basic search. So you are here to learn a new year. When I am using the new terminologies, feel happy that you are learning. Feel happy that you are learning. If you are just blocking your mind, we cannot do much. Okay, so when I click on this one, this is called basic search, and I am getting the error because it brings the data from Solr document. Right now my Solr is empty. That's why it is giving the error. Good. So this get the data from Solr document. Solr document, we are good, and that's it. Next is second one. So I click on the product. I click on the advanced search. It's not a basic search now. Advanced search. Click on search. Advanced search, click on search. Now I am getting the data. So that means if you go to the product, if you go to the advanced search get the data from database. So you have three scenarios here. Scenario one is what? Okay, product basic search. Product basic search get the data from Solr document. Then product advanced search. Product advanced search get the data from where?
Database.
From database. In the database, am I having the records? In the database,
Yes.
am I having the records?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why it is giving the results. That's why it is giving the results. Then third scenario, we also have product cockpit. For product purpose, we have another tool called product cockpit. For product purpose, we have another tool called product cockpit. Now let me go to product cockpit. Product cockpit is also giving the error. Product cockpit is also giving the error because product cockpit also get the data from Solr document. Okay, product cockpit also get the document from Solr document. So we have a third scenario. For product purpose, we have product cockpit, which is another tool for product specific purpose. We'll study all these tools here. We will study all these things. This also get the data from Solr document. Now my Solr document is empty. That's why we are getting all these errors. That's why we are getting all these errors. Now how to fix these errors? How to fix these errors? Fixing the errors is nothing but what? Fixing these errors is nothing but what?
Pushing data to Solr.
Okay, fixing the errors is nothing but putting product data in Solr document. Fixing these errors is nothing but putting the. So now the question is how to fix these errors. Question is how to fix these errors. So the answer is fixing the errors is nothing but putting the data in Solr document. Putting the data, especially product data. Product data in Solr document. Putting the data in the Solr document. Now you can ask a question, how to put the dollar. Okay, the next question should be what? How to put the data in Solr document. How to put the data in the Solr document. For that, SAP Commerce is given a job for us. For this, SAP Commerce given indexer job for this. Indexer job for this, and we need to run it or we need to schedule it. We need to run it or schedule it. We need to run it or schedule it. For now, I will run this here. For now, I will run this. So you can see here, I am going to the back office admin. Now I want to run the job. Where is that job? Okay, so you can go to the system. You can go to the system and you can go to the search and navigation, and there's a faceted configuration. And there is a faceted configuration. Click on that. Click on that. Now you can see there is a back office indexer job. There is a back office indexer job. This you select it and execute it. This you select it and execute it. When you execute it, can you see this one? When you execute it, you have different options. There is a full, delete, update. So what does it mean? We will understand. For now, I will start this. So it will take some time here. Now let's come back here. It will take some time. Let's come back here. What are we trying to do here? We have a job, and that the job I am running right now. So you can also schedule this. You can also schedule this. This is a job. I'm running this now. So what is the advantage of running this job? Can you tell me? What is the advantage of running this job?
It will get data in Solr.
Okay, very good. So what this job right now is doing is that it is taking the data. It is taking the data and putting in the Solr document. It is taking the data and putting in the Solr document. So that means after this job, what will be there in the Solr document?
Product data.
Product data will be there, which has the product 1, product 2, product 3, like that. And not only product data, if any related category information, related other information, let me use related other info. Related other info, product and product related other info will be there in the Solr document. That's it. Will be there in the Solr document. So that's what. Now you are getting the errors. How to fix the error? Fixing the error is nothing but putting the data in the Solr document. How do we put the data in the Solr document? For that, you don't need to do SAP Commerce. Given the indexer job for this, you need to run it, or you can schedule it. So for now, I am running manually. Now you can see it is still running. It will take around 1 minute. So once this is finished, then you will have the data. Okay, product SAP Commerce product data moved into Solr document. SAP Commerce product data moved into Solr document. So that means after this job, you will have all the data available in the Solr document. And after this job, do I get these errors or not? We should not get the errors, especially basic search and product cockpit. We should get the results, and you will get the results, no problem. Now, when you run this job, you have 3 options. Now, let's understand what are the 3 options. This is one more certification question you need to understand. When you run the job, there is a full indexer, there is an update indexer, and there is one more thing called a delete, right? There is one more thing called a delete. You have 3 options here. So what is these 3 options meanings? What is the 3 options meaning? Full means, let's say, okay, what is the meaning of full? Okay, full index. What is the meaning of full index? In database, let's say I have 1000 records. Okay, so let's understand the details. So scenario is, let's say scenario is like this. Let me put as a scenario. What is the scenario? In database, okay, in database we have 1000 records. Now full. So full means it will take all records and put in Solr document. So that's the meaning of full. Next scenario is what? Let's say in database we have 1000 records. Okay, out of this, let's say we have 1000 records in the database and also in Solr document. And tomorrow in database we have modified 25 records. Okay, so please understand this. In database we have 1000 records. Also in Solr 1000 records. Solr also it's there. But tomorrow in database 25 records are modified. Then when you do the update, so that means you selected the update. So it will take modified records and put in a Solr. So takes modified records and put in Solr document. Okay, put in Solr document. That's it. So please understand this. Full means it will take all the records. Update means it will take only modified records and put in the Solr document. And there is a delete. Delete means it will delete the Solr document. If you want, we will practice it. Delete means it will delete the Solr document. That's it. Delete means it will delete the Solr document. That's it. Delete means it will delete the Solr document. That's it. Now, when you, okay, you can see here, please. Can you see this one? It is finished. Okay, it is finished. Now let me go to the product and click on the product. Let me go to the product and click on the product. Basic search. Am I getting error? Am I getting the results?
Getting the result.
Getting the results because this job is finished. Now I have Solr records. That's why it is getting the data from there. Next, I'll go to the product cockpit. Am I getting the results? Am I getting the error?
Getting the result.
I'm getting the results. So that means basic search and product cockpit get the data from the Solr document, advanced search. So especially when UAT is happening, right? This is what frequently they face the problem. When UAT is happening, they will do some changes here, or they will create some record. They will create some record and go to the basic search. It will not come. Then they say, oh, I created a record, it is not coming. But if I go to the advanced search, it is coming. What does that mean here? What does it mean? Let's say in the UAT time, someone will create some records and all, which is going and sitting in the database, but not in a Solr document. Now they will go here and they said, oh, I created a record, it is not coming. I created a record, it is not coming. Then what is the solution for it?
It's not there in Solr, that's why.
Okay, so it's not there in the Solr document. Go and run the job. That's why in the real time we will schedule this job. We will schedule this job so that any changes are there, it will go and look for the changes and move to Solr. Any changes are there, it will go and look the changes and move in the Solr, and so on, so on, so. Now let's observe one more scenario. So if you go to that indexer job, asset search configuration, I will select this and click on index. So there is an update. Okay, that's fine. So there is one more option called here hard update. What is the meaning of hard update? So I will take the same scenario. Okay, so I will take the same scenario. Now we are discussing hard update. What is the meaning of hard update? Let's understand. So scenario is what? We have 1000 records, and in the database also 1000 records, Solr also 1000 records. Tomorrow 25 records are modified. Now if I do the update, all 25 records, modified records will be pushed to the Solr document. I don't want all those. I don't want all those. I want to move only one modified record. Okay, I want to push, or I want to push only specific product records into Solr document. I want to push only specific. See, if I do the update, all modified records. I don't want all modified records. I want only specific products. So if that is the situation, go with the hard update index. Okay, hard update index. So this is a very frequently asked question in the interviews here. What is the during indexing, what are the options you have? What is the meaning of full index, update index, hard index, and all? So if you see hard index, if I go to the hard index, now it is asking me to select the type. Type is nothing but like a table. Now update, click on next. Now you can see it is asking the product numbers. It is asking the product numbers. Which products you want to push to Solr? So I am selecting these 3 products. So these 3 products will go to the Solr. That's what the meaning of hard update index. That's what the meaning of hard update index. That's it. Any questions so far?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, now let's come back here. As I said, right, for back office purpose, we have a Solr job, Solr indexer job. Similarly, for websites also. So that means this is the website I am getting, right? After installation, this is the website I am getting. For website also, we have Solr jobs, indexer job. So right now I am in the apparel UK. Apparel UK means what? Apparel UK indexer job. Apparel UK indexer job. We need to understand the website indexer jobs. Okay, every website. So for every website we have a for every website. So what is the meaning of website? After installation we have apparel UK, apparel Germany. Okay, electronics, these kind of and power tools. These are the websites we get it. Power tools, right? These are the websites we get it after installation, right? These are the websites we get it after installation. All this will have its own indexer jobs. So every website, let's say apparel UK, apparel Germany, electronics, power tools, all these are having its own indexer jobs. You can see for apparel Germany, this is the job. For apparel UK, this is the job. For electronics, this is the job. For power tools, this is the job. Now we need to understand what is the use of these jobs, where we are using, what is the biggest advantage of this. Okay, so as I mentioned, okay, so this is how you have the jobs. Next, so as I said, these are the different websites we have, right? Can you please pay attention? Can you please pay attention? So this is the website. After installation, we are getting this website. This website is having so many pages, right? Okay, after installation, we get a ready to use site or sample site. This has lots of pages. What are the pages? Can you tell me now? Whatever you are seeing here is called home page. Whatever you are seeing here is called home page. Now I will go on to search something. If I go on to search something, this is called what?
Search results page.
Search page. Now I click on the category. So this is called a category page. Category page. Next, I click on the product. This is called a product detail page or product page. Okay, next, so I click on add to cart. So the item will be added to cart. These are all we are getting after installation. These are all we are getting after installation. This is called a cart page. This is called a cart page. Next, I click on this checkout. Then that is called a checkout page. So similarly, order page, login page, like this, we have different pages. Yes or no? Yes or no? Like this, we have bunch of the pages after installation. So after installation, we get the site with lots of pages. Now every page is having the data. Yes or no? Let's say I go to the home page. There is a lots of data here, and I search something here. There is a lots of data. I go here and click on this, lots of data. I click on this, lots of data. I go to the cart page, lots of data. Like this, we have lots of data. So please remember this, after installation, we have lots of pages and home page, category page, search page and all. Out of all these pages, especially search page and category page, the results comes from Solr document. These results comes from Solr document here. Solr document. So that means whatever you are seeing in the home page is coming from where? Database. Whatever you are seeing in the product detail page is coming from where?
Database.
Whatever you are seeing in the product detail page coming from where?
Database.
Whatever you are seeing in the search page, let's say I search the cap, it is coming from Solr. Next, whatever you are seeing in the cart page, whatever you are seeing in the cart page is coming from where?
Database.
From database. So therefore the conclusion is, so we have so many pages. Conclusion is search page results and the category page results comes from Solr document. Can we prove this here? Can we prove this? Can we prove this? Can we prove this? Yes, let's prove it. Let me do one thing here. I will. Can you? I will remember this product number. I will remember this product number. I will remember this product number. This is the product number. Now I said what? So if I click on the category, so this is coming from Solr document, which is working right now. I click on caps, which is the search page, which is working right now. What I will do is that I will go to Backoffice. For this website, which is the Solr document, this is the Solr document. This is the Solr document. Now I will run the indexer. I will delete it. Okay, it's getting the error. Let's prove it in a different way. I'll show. We will also delete it here, not a problem. If you want to delete it, how to delete it, I will tell you. But let's prove it first. Okay, I said what? Search page, category page results come from Solr document, and product page will come from database. So let me take this particular product. Can you see this one? The rip caps. Okay, so this is the cap and this is the, okay, good. Can you see this one? Right now, this is the product detail page. This is the product detail page, PDP, product detail page. And this is the product number. What I will do is that step number 1. And let's see the category page also. Category page, another name is what? PLP, product listing page. So this is the category page and you can see this. This is the category page and you can see this. So right now this is the product page, this is the category page. This is the product page and this is the category page. Now what I will do is that step number 1, I will go to database for this product and do the changes. Take this product, go to the product table and do the changes. Go to the product table and look for that particular product. When I look for the product, how many? So same product is coming 2 times. Why it is coming 2 times? We will see next week. Why it is coming 2 times? We will see next week. For now, I will take the online product and try to add the name Chenna space RRS. I added it. Click on save. So that means where did I do the changes? Where did I do the changes? I did the changes in the database. So therefore, step number 1, go to product table, go to the product table and modify this product number. We have modified it. I just modified it. Now step number 2, go to PDP. Check the results. Okay, go to the PDP, check the results. PDP product detail page. Am I getting it? Am I getting it? Am I getting the changes? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
Chenna.
Chenna.
Because it is getting from the database. So check the results. It's showing. Okay. Now step number 3. Let's go to the PLP, product listing page, category page. Okay, category page. Check the results. Okay, category page. Check the results. Am I seeing the title Chenna RRS?
No.
Not showing. Why? Why it is not showing? Because if you see our diagram, you have modified this product. Assume that you have modified this product. Did you move these product changes to Solr?
No.
Did you move these product changes to Solr? You modified in the database. Did you move to Solr? No. So now you need to move the. So therefore not showing. So therefore step number 4, what I will do is that run the Solr document or run the Solr indexer.
Can we run update index?
Okay, run the Solr indexer. So therefore go to the facet. Okay, facet sets configuration. For this website, as I said, apparel UK index is the job. You can go here, select the update and start. So what update is doing right now? Update is checking, are there any modified products? Because we have so many products here. Are there any modified products? It is checking, and moving that results into the Solr document. So therefore, after finish, if I come to PLP, do I see the results?
Yes.
Okay, so it should show. Let's see whether it is showing or not after finish. Okay, it is still running, but just come here, refresh and see if that is done by now. No, it's not done.
Instead of index, we can go for hard.
This conference will now be recorded.
Now you can see here, this job is done. Now let's go and observe the PLP. Is it coming?
Yes, it's coming.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes, Chenna.
yes, very good. So that's why I said, okay, that's why I said after installation, we have lots of pages. Now search page, category page data comes from Solr. Now you should ask one question. What is the question you should ask? Why only these 2 pages data is coming from Solr? Why are we bringing these 2 pages data from Solr? For that, there is a big story. We'll understand one by one. So what is the next question you should ask? So why only SAP Commerce implementation taking data from Solr for category pages and the search pages? So this is the question here. It will take time to understand this question, but let this question as is. By tomorrow, definitely this question will be answered. So we have so many pages. Now the question is, why only SAP Commerce implementation, okay, or implementation given by taking data from Solr, for category pages and search pages. So that means, in a simplest word, why only these 2 pages? Why can't cart page? Why can't order page? Some other pages, and so on, so on. So this question will take some time to understand, but let the question be, so that we will keep understanding some advantages. Then we will come back and see this question. Okay, next point is, now let's come back here, please. So this is the website. And I click here. When I click here, the result is coming from where? When I type something, is it coming from where? From the Solr document, right? From the Solr document. As I told you, these are all coming from the search is coming from the Solr document. Okay, search is coming from the Solr document, and so on, so on. So these are all coming from Solr document. So that means you need to understand one point. I come here and search it. So that means this is a step number 1. I come here and search it. When I come here and search it, which is the website here? What is the website here? Apparel UK. Then if you go to the website, I'm going to that particular website. Okay, if you go to that website, WCMS websites, right now this is what? Apparel UK website. And Apparel UK website, every website will have indexer job configured. So you can see this is a website. Every website will have, you can see, Solr indexer configuration. You can see Solr indexer configuration. Every website will have Solr indexer configuration. So that means, the meaning is, in the step number 1, you typed something and hit enter. In the step number 1, you typed something and hit enter. So then it will go on to the website. For this website, what is the indexer job? This is the indexer job. Now that indexer job, okay, step number 3. So this is the indexer job. When you run it, what happened? It will create one Solr document, right? When you run it, it will create one Solr document. In that document, whatever records are there, when you run it, okay, so this is referring this one. So when you run this, a document will be created. Let's say this is a Solr document. Okay, Solr document, and here you have the records. So let's say this is the product table, and product 1, product 2, like that. So those only coming and showing in the category pages and search pages. Is that clear, the flow? Those only coming in the category pages and search pages. These only showing in category pages and search pages. Is that the clear flow? How this website is connected with the Solr document? Where is the connectivity?
Yes,
how this website is connected? Where is the connectivity? Okay, good. So if this is good, then let's understand some more things. Can you come back here, please? this is one nice diagram you need to understand now. Now, as I said, right, okay, let's go to the back office again. So this is the apparel UK indexer job and apparel UK indexer job. And when you run this, you need to pay attention, please. This is one of the fantastic conclusion you need to understand. So you are running the Solr indexer job. When you run this job, what happened? Okay, so when you run this job, what happened? When you run this job, what happens? Tell me. So it will take the product table records and put it here. Now question number 1. What is the question you should ask from this? What is the question you should ask from this? Question number 1 is, so in the database we have so many tables, right? Why only product table data is going and product table data and product related data is sitting in the Solr document? So question number 1 is, in database we have lots of tables, like there is a card table data, order table data and all, product table data and all. And when we run this job, why only product and related data, product and related info is going to Solr document? This is the first question. Is that clear? Question number? Is this question is clear? Because the answer is, so this is the Solr indexer job, right? This indexer job is mapped with the product type. This indexer job is mapped with the product type. So that means for now type means table. That's it. For now type means table. So this is mapped with the product. So that's why product and product related categories, all those things are going and sitting in the Solr document. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Next, second question. So we have 3 questions here. Second question, in the database we have lots of records. So that means approved records are there, unapproved records are there, like that. We have approved records are there, unapproved records are there, like that. We have so many records. Is it worth to put all the records or only approved records I can put it?
Only approved.
Okay, so in the database we have lots of records. So like approved records, unapproved records, rejected records. That means approved products, unapproved products. Okay, check products. We'll understand all these meanings. Like this, we have all these products. Is it worth to put all these or only important one? Only important one. So that's nothing but approved products. Which is the correct answer? Which is the correct answer? Can I put all or only approved products? Important
Only
products or
approved.
approved products?
Only approved.
Okay, so put important or approved products. Important means approved here. So how to do that? We'll show. Then we have one more question. So here 3 questions, right? First question is what? Why only product table? I answered it. Then how few records? So that I will show you. Then there should be one more question. What is the one more question? I talked about product. I talked about records. Then what is the next question? Columns. Okay. So let's say example in database. Third question is, in database we have lots of columns. So let's say you are buying the refrigerator or you are buying the AC. When you buy the AC, you get the manual, right? You get the manual. Manual is nothing but the PDP. Is it okay to show the PDP in the category pages? Or I will show that lengthy PDP pages or lengthy that manual in the product page. Can you tell me?
page.
repeating the question one more time. I'm repeating the question one more time. So let's say jackets. So these are all the jackets. Assume that this is like a ACs. These are all the different ACs. Every AC will have its own manual. Can I show the manual in the categories, or can I show the manuals in the product pages? That means when they come to specific page, or when they come to specific product, that time you will show the manual, or for the entire category you will show the manual. Let's say simple example here. You go to Bajaj Electronics. In the Bajaj Electronics, can you ask the manual for AC, or can you ask the manual for specific product? Can you ask the manual for, let's take the example of TV, Samsung TV. So can you ask the manual for Samsung TV, or can you ask the manual for Samsung TV 55 inches curve and LED, which has a specific number? Which is the correct answer?
You will ask a specific.
Okay, specific number. Now in the database, manual is there. Now is it okay to put the manual, that PDF, in the Solr document, or that's not required? Because that is only applicable for the PDP pages. If it is for PDP pages, what is the advantage putting in the Solr document? Do you have the advantage? Okay, so product code, product name, okay, then PDFs and so on, so on. So in database, we have lots of columns like a product code, product name, PDFs and all. Can I put all these things in the Solr document, or only important?
Only important.
Only important. So in this case, PDF is not required. Not required. So this is one of the nice explanation you need to remember here. People says, okay, why see, in this situation, why only few records I explained. Unapproved records, why you want to put in the Solr document? Because unapproved products anyway, it will not come here. That's why don't put in the Solr document. So that's what the definition of the Solr is: lightweight text document. Can you see this one? The definition is lightweight text document. You cannot make Solr as a database. Lightweight text document, that means put the important information so that you can retrieve the data in the fastest way. Okay, so therefore I shown you example why only product data, then why only few records I explained. Because you have approved records, unapproved records, all these things, only put the approved records. Then third scenario is what? In database we have so many columns. Why you want to put all the columns in the Solr document? Example, PDFs. PDFs are nothing but the manuals which are useful only if the customer is coming to that particular specific product, which is nothing but the PDP. PDP anyway coming from database, so you don't need to put the PDP or product manual in the Solr document. Like this, you have different scenarios. Like this, you have different scenarios. Now let's understand. Okay, now let me show you. So what is the third option? Third option. Just give me a second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Can you please pay attention here? So what I'm trying to say that when you see the apparel indexer job, for this indexer job, I am specifying which data to pick. Product data. From the product data, when you click on update, okay, when you click on up, or when you click on full, what kind of data to select? When you click on update, what kind of data to select is nothing but the query you can specify. Similarly, from the product, what kind of properties you want to have in the Solr document? Product code, product name, product description, product summary and all. Like this, you can specify what kind of data you want to select when you click on full index, update index, like that with the query, and what kind of attributes or properties you want to have in the Solr document. That also you can specify. Where is the code for this and all? We will understand tomorrow. Where is the code? Because we did not write any of this, right? We did not write any of this. We are getting this. We are getting this means somewhere else the code is available. Where the code is available, how to use, and what are the some more advantages of the Solr and all. We will continue the Solr tomorrow. That's all for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. If you want to listen to others' question, you can wait. Else you can continue with your regular activities.